Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and happy Jamhuri Day to my fellow Kenyans. To my fellow Kenyans, yes, I know a lot of things have happened in the weekend, and a lot of things have happened during the last weekend. But this can teach you guys that for those that are creatives, for those that are content creators, for those that are musicians, for those that are dancers and all, let's invest more in our brands. Let's invest more in our brands. And once you invest more in your brand and yes, you've got a talent. Yes, I agree. We have all got a talent, but invest more on it. And once you invest more on it, then you work hard on it. Not everybody has got the privileges that a person can get, but once you invest more on your talent and you work hard at it, and you continue step by step, step by step, step by step, and as I continually say, life is a journey, not a competition. Life is a journey, not a competition. And to my fellow Kenyans, yes, we have an anthem that we say, Jumuiya ya Afrika Mashariki tuwe na we have unity. So, my fellow Kenyans, don't create hate. Don't create hate. Don't create hate. Don't create insults. Don't create nothing. Let's in the coming year and the time that is remaining, so that we can go to 2025. Let's invest more on your talent and work hard at it. Invest more on your talent and work hard at it. And to my fellow East African community, also you, being a person, invest more on your craft, invest more on your talent, invest. Basically, let's invest that we don't live for one person to one shoulder. We don't lean on one shoulder. Don't lean on one shoulder and say that this is our ambassador for the East African community. No, let's not do that. Remember, you and you alone. You're the one that was with your parents. You're the one that was brought in the world. And as I keep on saying that, we have all got a purpose. Maybe to your friend, the purpose was known when he was young, when he or she was young. Maybe to your friend, the purpose was known when he or she was young. Maybe to you, you're going to be noticed when you are in your 20s, or when you are in your 20s. Maybe to your friend, the purpose was seen when he or she was a teenager. Maybe to your friend, and maybe to you, you're going to be seen when you are in your 30s. Or to you, you're going to be seen when you are in your 40s or when you are in your 50s. But make sure, once you're being recognized, remember, God is the one that gives and he can take. God is the one that gives and he can take. God is the one that gives. He's the one that will give you that talent. He's the one that will give you that purpose, of which he can take. He takes. So remember, don't Don't brag about it. Don't show. You just work. You just work with your talent, invest more on it. Work with your talent, invest more on it. And once you have, and avoid things that I've sent to you, guys. That I've sent to you, that Apostle Joshua Selman normally says, avoid familiarity. Avoid familiarity. Avoid familiarity. Avoid dishonor when you're being great. Avoid familiarity. Avoid dishonor to your greatness. Remember that. Avoid familiarity and dishonor. And once you have done all that, you will definitely be great. And as I've told you, we all got our times. There's a person probably will become great, will be recognized when he or she was young. There is a person that was recognized when he or she was young. There's another person that was recognized when he or she was a teenager, and there's another person that will be recognized when he or she was in their 20s. And there's probably you who will be recognized when you're in your 30s. We have all got our times. But we have to know that you have to follow the process to your greatness. In order for God to give you what you really want to your greatness, you have to follow a process. You have to follow a process. A lot of people want to be rich. A lot of people want to be rich. But to be rich, you can ask even the richest of them all in the country, in this our country in Kenya, they can tell you to be rich, it is not an easy task. Being rich is not an easy task. Being rich is not an easy task. To be rich, it is not an easy task. There are some things that God will make sure that He avoids. If you want to be rich, there are some things that God will make sure that He has removed them in your life. In order, if you want to be rich, that is, He will have to remove them in your life so that He can see what your priorities are. So for the people that want to be rich, know that there are some things that God will remove from your life so that He can sees what your priorities are. So remember this, if you want to be rich, know that there are some things that God will remove from your life in order for Him to see what your priorities are. And once you have noticed that He has removed them from your life, then remember, if you are a Christian, there is this verse in the Bible that says, what does it take when a man gains the whole world and loses their soul? So, if you are a Christian, note this, that God will also see whether once He gives you the money, once He gives you all the riches, He will see whether you are going to lose your soul. He will see whether you're going to lose your soul. He will see that. He will have to test you with that. He will have to test you whether you're going to lose your soul. Because remember, He says that what does it gain a man once the man gains the whole world and you lose your soul? So remember this. If you want to be rich, note that God is going to remove from you some things in order for Him to see your priorities. And then remember, if you are a Christian, He's going to see whether you're going to lose your soul. Remember that. He's going to see whether you're going to lose your soul. And if you show him that you're going to lose your soul, then my friend, you're not going to be given the riches that you want. Then my friend, you're not going to be given the riches that you want. So, and you know that, because there are a couple of people that are richest in the world. But some of them, once you see their lifestyle, majority of them, in fact, they have lost their souls. They gained the whole world. They gained the whole world. They lost their souls. They gained the whole world. They lost their souls. So, which God has been testing them to see if they're going to go back. To go back and see that, we lost our souls. Let's try and retrace our souls back so that we can be at His grace. So, note that. And then God again is also going to test you with the pure people. You can, as a rich person, if you want to be rich, note that again, God is also going to be testing you with the poorest of the people. He's going to see you once you leave the house, for example. Once you leave the house, he can be testing you with the just of the poorest of the person. For example, in this our country, they are the street children. So you might be telling yourself that I'm going to work. Once you go to work, you reach, for example, in Moy Avenue, and you want to be rich, he's going to be testing you with the street child. He's going to be testing you with that so that he can see whether you go, once he gives you the money, once he gives you the riches, what are you going to be doing with them? Will we invest? Or are you going to be the one that is a spendthrift? Note that. So, in the coming year, 2025, note that if you want to be rich, and then don't create hatred. Instead, as a creative, or someone that has talent, or someone that has a gift, invest more in your gift and work hard at it. And once you do all that, you're going to definitely, because once God says it is your time, no matter what anyone comes and tells you, if it is your time and it is in God's calendar, it's going to definitely make you great. But then remember not to be taken away by fame. Remember that, not to be taken away that you're great, you're this, you're that, you're that, you're that. Now you're being taken away with that. Remember, for the people that are born again, remember of servanthood. Remember of servanthood. And once you note that, then definitely you're going to be more impactful and you're going to continue with your servanthood. So once you've done all that, glory and honor will be unto Jesus' name. So note that and watch, like, comment, and subscribe.